All right, here we go. In my 69 Chevy Nova. In Forza Horizon 5. Hi, I'm Jeff Gerstmann. So here we are, Forza Horizon 5. It's in Mexico. It's a very, you know, so I went back as a part of playing this game over the last week and change. I went back and played some Forza Horizon 3. And that game, you know, doesn't run at 60 frames a second, and that's you know, that's maybe the thing that stands out most about it. But other than that, like, structurally, these games have not changed a great deal. There's bits and pieces here and there about how you unlock what and all this other stuff. I think that what they've done here with the you see there in the upper right, the Horizon Adventure chapter, I think that stuff is really engaging in a way that makes me want to progress through the game a lot more than I think I felt in 4 and certainly 3. Let's change cars. I've got a pretty decent collection of cars. I have yet to... Actually, the Nova was the first one I bought with credits. Because I felt like I needed to see it for myself. But mainly I've been driving this Hoonigan Escort, like an A-class car, you know, good speed, handles well off-road, but it's not too crazy fast. I've got a BMW that's an S1 class car. Obviously, you can tune the cars. You know, if I want to make that Nova S1, you probably can. But this is the car I've been driving the most because it's just so extra in its visual style. And the game's not out yet, so, you know, there hasn't been a huge collection of really dumb vinyl groups that I've seen yet. A lot of them have been a little too tasteful for my needs. One of the things I like the most about Forza is just this. It's just like getting out on the open road and hauling ass and just like spinning weird brodies in the middle of nowhere and racking up like ridiculous skill chains along the way, because they should honestly just like take the word skill out of it, because it doesn't really require skill. It requires... Getting a good skill chain requires me to just occasionally pop a drift here and there and break some stuff. You know, hit that tree, that'll keep the combo going. Again, this has been Forza Horizon all along. This is not new. But you know, you want to unlock these skill points so you can spend them on your car's tech tree. They've made the skill points, and this is something I need to go back. I would have to go back to 4 to tell you for sure. But they have made the skill points universal, so it's not like you. And I think it was this way in 4. I don't remember off the top of my head, but any skill points you earn can be spent on any car you own, but it is still that each car has its own individual skill tree. So, you know, we just earned a skill point there. So we can, you know, we can go to this car menu, go to car mastery, and I'm saving up for the tougher skill chain that can survive one collision, because you hate to just drop a skill chain. You spend all this time spinning donuts, and then you're like, oh god. And then these ones are like, they last for 10 races. I always felt these skill trees, I feel like a lot of it is kind of bad. I don't know. This is like a cool idea that I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what I would want on the skill tree that would make it like cooler or more engaging. But it just seems like stuff you're like, oh, now it's easier for me to get the points that I need to fill out this skill tree, even though I have to fill out this skill tree to get the points. You know what I mean? It's kind of a circular sort of system. You know, a lot of tweakable difficulty settings and stuff like that, like the previous games. And when you start winning a bunch, it'll pop up and be like, hey, you're winning a bunch. Do you want to make it harder? Which I've gone both ways on over the years. I think in 3, I definitely like pumped it up. In 4, and in this one, I'm just kind of looking for more of a fun open world racing experience. I'm not necessarily looking for like the AI challenge. Like the multiplayer stuff is the stuff I really want to get into. And you know, we're recording this before the game's actually out, so, you know, the Forza-thon and Forza Arcade stuff. I don't know that we'll see much of it here, the Eliminator and some of that stuff, but that stuff is present. So it's a weird thing, and you know, I think everyone's gonna feel a little differently about some of that. That's clean racing. But I feel like the least interesting part about this game is the racing. And obviously you can turn up the difficulty if you want a challenge out of the race. This is average difficulty, I think is what it is with the default. And it offered to turn it up to above average if I wanted to get like 20% more credits and stuff like that. But like the economy in Forza is always weird. Like the money, I don't know that any of that matters. And so they haven't really, I don't know that they've necessarily solved that problem of like, why do I care beyond the challenge of like being challenged, right? So if I'm not necessarily looking for that, or like I want an incentive for that, the additional credits in a game where you're just getting so many cars, and right out of the gate, especially if you're buying like the Ultimate Edition and stuff like that, it's just like, here's a bunch of high-end cars. I'm like, great, okay, I don't even like driving the high-end cars. I like driving like like the light heavyweights of cars is usually the stuff I'm kind of looking for. And like the A-class, maybe occasionally have fun in a B-class race. Like the S1, S2 stuff, like, you know, it's neat. It's fun to go that fast, especially if you're trying to get from point A to point B, just across the map or something. And you're too cheap to fast travel. But this is about the sweet spot, I think, for the racing that I like, is this, you know, kind of mid 100s, 130 to 150 top speed, somewhere around there, with some decent off-road capabilities. Anyway, obviously that's personal preference type stuff, but I think, you know, like for me, the part of this game that is an open world game with a bunch of like fun, weird stuff, I think is the engaging part of it for me. And so for the last couple of Horizon games, it's been the case that like the racing is the part that I'm like, well, I need to do this to level up and unlock more of the other stuff. And it's not that it's bad, but also I am going to use every rewind. I am not necessarily looking to turn it up to difficult because I'm just looking to get through it and get these points here to unlock the next thing. Come on, give me a car. There we go. Give me a car or a sick dance. Though I have not seen where you actually do any dancing in this game. I haven't seen any landmarks or anything like that. I assume they're in there somewhere. Okay, we've unlocked the ability to do a new chapter, so it's going to stop us here.
Got a moment to look over some adventures? Thought you might.
So, when we fill up that meter, we get the choice about what sort of racing we want to unlock next. And each one of these will have, you know, a kind of a basic mission with it as well. You start with just the main stage stuff open, and then every time you fill it up, you can choose where you want to go and all that sort of stuff. So, I mean, I've yet to unlock anything in the dirt racing category, so why don't we see what this looks like?
Ah, Horizon Wilds. If you love dirt racing, this is perfect.
Okay. Track down a big cat in the Mexican jungle. That sounds interesting. What about this? Oh, do I get to... Oh, I can pick... Interesting. Okay, I thought I had to unlock these in order, but I guess you just kind of get to do... Huh. We got a monster truck? Probably have to race a monster truck. Let's unlock the first dirt thing. These have been fun. They're very low stakes. It's not like some race that you absolutely have to win.
Expedition to the dirt racing outpost. Don't get lost in there.
Oh, an accolade reward. This menu is a really clunky one. But if you miss that button press to just unlock it immediately. Oh, we get a wheel spin. Okay, all right. This accolade menu is like, okay, so sometimes it'll highlight here if you have an unlock, whether it's a car or a text phrase or something like that. But then you're like, okay, I need to go in here, and then I need to scroll through here to find which one has the thing on it, because sometimes it's off the screen, or sometimes it'll be like, hey, this one has like Tulum Jungle Baja. So like you'll be like, oh, I don't even know which one it's on. I need to go over here, and maybe it's this one. You know, like there's the system of just unlock the stuff. Don't make me go into the menu to unlock the stuff. Just unlock the stuff.
Nice work. And now I had to go because they
all right, listen. Like, yeah, I could follow that line, but we just know the destination's over here. We can just go this way. It'll be okay. Trust me. Oh boy. Okay, I lied.
Not this one, my friend. Yeah. Next, I turned off-road and hit a
Also, that's my horn.
on the way into Mulegé. Welcome to Mulegé.
Okay. So here's a good example. Like, now we've got a highlighted area. This isn't quite the same as a barn find. And we've got a list of things on the map here that we want to try to find or collect. Like that case right there. Oh, there's another box up there on that wing of that plane. And so we get this little, like, you know, it's not super deep. It's like, hey, collect these items and before you proceed. And one of them you do on the top of a volcano. And, you know, it's just, it's cool. It's like a fun diversion from the basic racing and all that sort of stuff that I think is like contextualized well. And okay, so that's, I gotta, though also this is the part of this game I'm maybe worst at is the, okay, no, this, they made this one easy because they knew it was part of the progression, right? Is like, okay, here's an XP sign that's up on top of something, on top of the roof of a house. How do you get up here? Stop! Nope, screwed that up. Oh god. We're okay. Nope, screwed that up again. We're okay. It'll be okay. Who said Jeeps can roll? It never happens. Never happens. Okay, stop the car. Now go over here. Oh, we went too slow. No, we got it. Thank you. All right, so we've unlocked a flight suit if we want to wear a flight suit while we drive cars in this car video game. When you get close to one of the things that's going to give you the accolade points, it'll pop up and show it on your map. Oh, there it is. There's so like this one just did. There it is. Up there. Nope. Whoa. All right, sure. All right, physics.
My friend. I've been looking for this one.
And there's our last one over here somewhere. Yeah. And as you see, these are optional. If you don't want these accolade points, you can just bounce. If you're watching this on a Windows 10 machine, I'm sorry. Oh. That's what I get. Jacking around on my horn. Surprised they don't have any of the Windows 11 noises as horns in here. Seems like a prime opportunity.
We're so close now. Keep going.
I'm really missing out on that synergy. Yeah, you know, this is really low stakes, right? I mean, there's no fail state here. It's not a race. I don't have to, like, win. It's just like, hey, take a fun drive through this like, follow this path, and we're gonna show you some nice looking scenery along the way. And I think that's been fun. I really like the lighting, the time of day stuff's been nice. These roads get real wet. And yeah.
Here we are. The waterfall turned right around the corner.
Take that, sucker. Just pin you in there and be like, later.
This place would be perfect for dirt racing. Funny! I had the same thought.
What? He's already set up a weird EDM tent. You nut. There's just no shortage of stuff to do. And obviously, you know, you can filter it down if you want to look for specific stuff. Like, you know, if I, like, hey, I don't really feel like doing any races, turn all that stuff off and just look for the speed zones and stuff like that.
This is going to be good.
It's got club support the same way Horizon 4 did, though it doesn't seem to just, like, pull in your Horizon 4 club. You create a new one for 5. And similar to previous games, you can create your own kind of races and events and stuff like that, share them online via the event lab. But I guess like that's my short take on this is I think this is a really good game. It's very similar to the previous Horizon games. I think the map, like Mexico, is a good location. Like it's got some good variety to it. I do like the changes they've made to, hey, more cars to photograph, to the unlocking or the expedition stuff over the kind of showcase event stuff that they've. Oh wait, promo quick shot. Are you serious? Did they actually do the thing? Okay. So like that's if I do take photo, then it's like processing the photo and all this other stuff. Well, I don't know. That doesn't seem like that much faster. I'm sure someone out there like is into the photo mode stuff enough to where like they take that promo stuff very seriously. They're like, no, I want a good shot of all 500 of these cars. Me, I'm like, yeah, no, give me the unlocks. Let me just hit this button and like, if I want to do photo mode stuff, I'll do it some other time. Okay. All right, a Ferrari. Why not? I would have rather had the pants. Pants or Mercedes? What do you want? All right, some common cream flats, finally. God dang. Thing I don't like about the horns in this game is you have to, if these long sound sample horns, you have to hold the right stick in the whole time. That's pretty good. That's a very silly horn, the Halo Shield recharge. Yeah, so I doubt we'll be able to matchmake into anything. It seems to have similar online features to the previous games. That stuff seems pretty in line, at least as far as the look of the menus and some of the structure of that sort of stuff. And that stuff was fun. The Eliminator thing, the whole like battle royale kind of last car standing sort of thing was neat. So I'm glad that they've got those options in there, and that's probably what I'll be doing. I feel like that's probably what I'll be doing most once the game is out widely, is just getting online and doing all that weird stuff. So this stuff works even if there aren't other players on here, but Horizon Arcade will be like, it's almost like the multiplayer challenge stuff from Burnout Paradise, where it'll be like, hey, everyone on the server, everyone connected to this session, go hit this speed trap over and over again until you get 5,000 miles per hour total and stuff like that. There's a lot in here. Obviously, they've made a lot of these. They've made a lot of Forza games, and that's evident here. Like a lot of that stuff carries in, right? The vinyl creator, the tuning setup stuff. I feel like Horizon has made that stuff matter less, or at least the tuning aspect of it, because you can just kind of like buy your presets and do your thing and all that. But a lot of that stuff is still there, if you want it, and so there's a lot on that end of things. But there's just, I don't know. These menus are full to the point where they're like almost confusing. Like, what's where? What am I looking for? What's the difference between Forza Link and Convoy? Forza Link is like your text communication thing. Here we can hit link and I can type and I can make it say Ultra Combo. I unlocked the ability to say Ultra Combo. And I'll call it what it is. It's a solid driving game. It's a familiar experience. If you've been playing Horizon for a while, you're going to get this, and kind of it's going to have that kind of old shoe, like, oh yeah, I know exactly what this is and all that. But there are some changes around the edges, and obviously it's a whole new map. And that's fun. Obviously they've got, a couple of expansions planned. All right, get a little bit of air there on that bump. So it's just like the things that they count as skill stuff. It's funny. It's like they count clean driving as a skill. They count breaking through a bunch of stuff as a skill. So it's kind of like whatever you do, you're going to start a combo of something. If you've played a lot of Forza Horizon, you pretty much know, I'm going to say, a great deal of what to expect out of this game in terms of how it feels and how that progression works. But they have, made some meaningful changes to kind of just how you, what you get as you unlock stuff. The different chapters and all that sort of stuff that you unlock, I think has been a lot of fun. So that's been enough to kind of make me excited about it all over again. Is like it has been less instances of now race a train, though literally one of the things on the menu of unlocks is, wow, you're gonna race a train. So they didn't completely get away from that stuff. That's Forza Horizon 5. It'll be out on Steam. It'll be out on all the Microsoft stores, and it of course will be on Game Pass. Which seems like a solid way to play this game. But however you end up playing it, seems good. See you later.